Hello everyone. Today we will see 4 topics. First topic, reported speech. The reported speech is the indirect message in English, which is characterized by the paraphrasing of the action or actions of other people. Something important to take note is that reported speech is used to tell, explain, write, or say something in your own words, and it is always in past tense. El reported speech es el lenguaje indirecto en el inglés, que es usado para contar, explicar, escribir o decir algo de tus palabras que fue contado o hecho de otra persona. Si la palabra está en presente, siempre se cambia al tiempo pasado. Okay, the first rule you need to know in reported speech is that the verb tense change when using an indirect language. The second rule says that the verb tense of the moral verb also change. Just like that first 2 rules, the third rule also makes it so that the adverb tense must be modified. Las 3 reglas modifican algo en la frase. La primera, cambia el tiempo a pasado. La segunda, cambian los tiempos verbales, como can, will, go y otros más. Y la última, cambian los adverbios de tiempo. Pero tranquilos, aquí les voy a poner la tabla para que tengan presente a qué cambiar. Okay, now I am going to show you how to change to past tense depending on which tense it is changed up. Next, I am going to put up a list so that you know to which tense change it to change the modal verb. I put the list here. Now that you have a list, let's move on to 2 examples. Listo, ahora que tienen las listas, vamos a pasar con los 2 ejemplos. First, Carolina. Hey Philip, what are you doing? I haven't seen you since the last week. Here is in direct speech. How do we transfer the reported speech? We add what he is asking to, and we see in which tense it is, and we change it to past tense according to the first list. We refer they, then we ask me, and you but, ask us. Reported speech. Carolina asked Philip what he doing, and she said she had not seen him since the last week. 2 examples. Philip. Oh, hey, Carolina. Sorry, I just come back from the hospital. Philip explained that he had just come from the hospital. We finished the example. Next topic, collocation. What is a collocation? A collocation is 2 or more words that often go together. This combination just sounds right to native English speakers. We use them all the time. On the other hand, other combination make them unnatural and just sound wrong. Look at this example. Una colocación es dos o más palabras que a menudo van juntas. Estas no van en donde quede bien, pero ellos se pueden cambiar el significado. Esto nos facilita para poder decir la referencia en la que nos dice con un lenguaje sencillo para aprenderse las colocaciones. Debes reconocerlas cuando las veas o escuches. Cuando aprendas una nueva palabra, escribe otra palabra que se combine con ella. For example, remember brightly, remember distantly, remember backwardly, remember vividly. Lee tanto como sea posible. La lectura es una excelente manera de aprender vocabulario y colocaciones en contexto y naturalmente. Why learn collocation? First, your language will be more natural and more easily understood. Second, you will have alternative and richer ways of expression yourself. Third, it is also easier for your brains to remember and use language in chunks or blocks, rather than as single words. How to learn collocation? 1. Be aware of collocation and try to recognize them when you see or hear them. 2. Treat collocation as single blocks of language. Think of them as individual blocks or chunks, and learning strongly support, not strongly but support. 3. When you learn a new word, write down other words that collocate with it. Remember brightly, remember distantly, remember backwardly, or remember vividly. 4. Read as much as possible. Reading is an excellent way to learn vocabulary and collocation in context and naturally. 5. Revise what you learn regularly. Practice using new collocation in context as soon as possible after learning them. 6. Learn collocation in groups that works for you. You could learn them by topic, time, number, weather, money, and family, or by a particular word. Take action, take a chance, take an exam. 7. You can find information on collocation in any good learner's dictionary, and you can also find especially dictionary of collocation. Type of collocation. Hay distintos tipos de colocaciones. Ya veremos cuáles son. There are several different types of collocation made from combinations of verb, noun, adjective, and more. Some of the most common types are collocation with take, collocation with do, collocation with make, collocation with go, collocation with have, collocation with get, collocation with break, and other collocation. Third topic, expression. First, I'm going to put the list of expression and their meaning. Lo que acabo de decir fue, primero voy a ponerle la lista de expresiones y su significado. Which are the expression, idioms, or phrases are a group of words that, when used in conjugation, have a different meaning than the individual words which from them. The idiomatic expressions can be found in any language and are used frequently in the English language. There are approximately some 25,000 here. We will include some of the more common ones. Las expresiones son un grupo de palabras que cuando se usan conjuntamente tienen un significado distinto que las palabras individuales que las conforman. Fourth topic and final topic, phrasal verb. Ok, los verbos compuestos en inglés, también conocidos como phrasal verbs, son verbos compuestos por dos palabras, un adverbio y una preposición que al ser utilizados juntos adquieren significados diferentes. Okay, the phrasal verbs are verbs made up of two words, an adverbs and a preposition that, when used together, adhere different meaning. Before we begin to properly explain phrasal verbs, I'm going to quickly define the following concepts. The verb. A verb is a word that describes an action, something that is happening, a state of a beginning of action that is being performed. For example, to eat, comer, to come, venir, to sleep, dormir. Preposition. Preposition describe a relationship between two words. They principally deal with places or location. For example, on, en, through, por o a través de. Around, alrededor. The adverb. An adverb describes a verb. For example, quickly, rápidamente, slowly, lentamente, gently, gentilmente. Now that we understand its complements, we also understand now how compound verbs work. Let us begin with a simple one. The verb look to look means mirar. However, by adding the preposition of at the end of the verb look up acquires a different meaning, which is buscar or admirar. If we add the preposition out of at the end the verb look out, it means prestar atención o tener cuidado. Verbs in English are quite common and useful. Note that know that you know them thoroughly, you will realize that you heard them quite frequently in many types of conversation. The best way to adapt them is to practice them and pay attention when listen. If you heard a verb that is frequently accompanied with another word, then it's a compound verb. The meaning of some compound verb is obvious For example, the meaning of the verb calm down, calmarse, can be easy inferred simple by knowing the verb. On other hand, some other compound verb like come on, anda o ven have multiple meanings and non-literal transition. The best way of learning this verb is to practice them over and over. An especially useful method can be to group them in categories according to their use and meaning. Difference between phrasal verbs and collocation. We should not confuse compound verb with plasmen. The collocation are two words that are usually said together, like make a mistake, cometer un error. Medieval compound verbs are a single word made up of terms. It is also important to remember that compound verbs in English are like any other verb and are conjugated in the same way. For example, the verb turn off apagar is conjugated in the following form: turning off apagando, turning off apagando. Okay. Here is a list of some words of phrasal verbs. Okay guys, this is all for this video. Do not forget to like, to subscribe and ring the bell. If you have any question, do not forget to ask them, be it in English or Spanish. Bueno chicos, hasta aquí llegó este video. No olviden suscribirse, darle like y activar la campanita. Si tienen alguna duda, no olviden en decírmelo, ya sea en inglés o en español. Bye.